right now in society, we are craving authenticity. We're craving
Hmm.
somebody who messes up, who falls down and goes, "Whoa, I just fell down, but I'm back up again."
Yeah,
That kind of, we're rooting for you.
I
We
know.
want
I
to
know.
see.
We love an underdog story, but we also love to hear, I don't know, I think we love to see that modeled of like, okay, so you're not perfect. That's giving me permission to potentially not be perfect. But I love what
Yeah,
you said that like it's hardwired into us to doubt ourselves. That really dropped for me
that's a
because
shame.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like it's not what's wrong with me. It's like, what have I been conditioned to believe in
Yeah.
order to, yeah, fit into this society that wants me in this box of smallness? Hey there, welcome back to another episode. I'm so glad you're back, and I can't wait to introduce you to today's guest on the Selfish Woman podcast. I have Christine Blosdale on today, and Christine is known as the expert authority coach. Now, Christine is a powerhouse. You're going to love her. We have so much fun in this episode, and we're really getting into imposter syndrome in a big way. Christine is a leader in personal branding and magnetic marketing. She's also got five number one best-selling books, and she's an award-winning media personality and host of the Expert Authority podcast. Now, look, if you are interested in starting something new, whatever it is, maybe you want to reinvent yourself, start a new business, change careers, change relationships, get out of the box of your comfort zone. Maybe you're thinking about what is my next chapter of my life? What is that next big thing? And you feel stuck in that imposter syndrome, that self-doubt, and you're not taking action, but you know you have what Christine calls the pull. That pull to something bigger, something you're meant to bring into the world. If you know that deep down, you are going to want to listen to this episode because Christine breaks it down for us about why that's happening for you, how to get out of your own way, and really start to own your genius. That's what this episode is all about. It's magnetic. It's exciting. It's going to inspire you to go bigger, to go bolder, and find your own zone of genius. So let's get right into this incredible episode with Christine Blosdale. Christine, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Valerie. I've been looking forward to this.
Me too. Christine, the expert authority coach. Immediately, I'm intrigued. Immediately, I have so many questions for you. So, why don't we just jump on in?
Yeah, go for it. Let's do it.
So, look, expert authority. Break this down for me.
Yes, yes, I'm the expert authority on expert authority. I can take a look at someone that I'm speaking with, and I can see those golden gems, those beautiful rubies and diamonds that they may not even see as being important, and I can take them and I put them in their crown, right?
Oh, I love
And then
that.
we go and we put you out into the world with your new crown of, "Hi, I'm blank blank and I help blank blank do blank blank."
Hmm.
We come up with like sometimes signature mantras or mottos, taglines and things
Right.
like that. And so that's my specialty, and it's based on years and years and years of being in media,
Yeah.
but also knowing what people want and need.
Well, I love it because you make it sound so simple, but yeah, it is. Like I've been doing this for 10 years and it's not easy. And it's always like, am I saying it right? Do people understand what I'm trying to say? And
Right.
and it's like, okay, try this again. And so I agree. I think it's something that is very difficult for a lot of people to boil down, but then also to claim you are the expert authority, okay? You got to have some balls to be able to say that. So, what do you find is like some of the biggest challenges for women to be able to stand there and say, I am the expert authority in whatever? What is the challenge? Because so many women struggle with, well, I can't do that. I can't be so full of myself. I can't, who am I to say that? And all these little thoughts come in our head
Yep.
that probably keep a lot of us going, let me just downplay that. Let me minimize that. Let me
Yeah.
make it not quite so fabulous.
Well, don't forget there's, I mean, centuries and centuries of women being put in their place, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you don't have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have an opinion, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You look at socioeconomic structures and religion and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's built into our DNA to doubt ourselves and to think that we're not much, you know, we're a baby maker, maybe, and we're there to please. Well, I'm married to a woman, so, but I mean, it's society. It's like your role is to please a man
Yeah,
and to pump out babies, and that's it, right?
right.
And so it's a way of controlling half the population. And so we have that hardwired into us, that, right? Now, some of the younger generation too, coming up now, maybe they don't have that as much, but imposter syndrome creeps up for everyone.
Yeah.
I have a teenage daughter, but I remember she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to attempt anything because she was worried about what other people was going to think about her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm not going to try it unless I can do it perfectly because I don't want to look like an idiot.
Right.
And I was like, that's how you learn. That's how you grow. You try things,
Yeah.
right? As a kid, you touch the stove and it's hot and ow, oh, I won't do that again,
Yeah.
right? But we're trained in so much to doubt ourselves. And so imposter syndrome really happens a lot with women,
Yeah.
but it happens to everyone at one point or another. And so even especially high achievers,
Mm-hmm.
because high achievers want to make sure everything's perfect and they
Mm-hmm.
won't attempt anything unless they have a guarantee that they're going to succeed or they're going to be perfect. And that's a really lonely place to be
Yeah.
because nobody's perfect. And right now in society, we are craving authenticity. We're craving
Mm-hmm.
somebody who messes up, who who falls down and goes, "Whoa, I just fell down, but I'm back up again."
Yeah.
That kind of. We're rooting for you.
I
We
know.
want you
I
to
know.
succeed.
We love an underdog story, but we also love to hear, I don't know, I think we love to see that modeled of like, okay, so you're not perfect. That's giving me permission to potentially not be perfect. But I love what
Yeah,
you said that like it's hardwired into us to doubt ourselves. That really dropped for me
that's a
because
shame.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like it's not what's wrong with me. It's like, what have I been conditioned to believe? In
Yeah.
order to, yeah, fit into this society that wants me in this box of smallness. And so understanding that, I think, can help us to see, okay, it's not that there's something wrong with me, but there are legitimate reasons why this feels really scary to potentially say, I'm an expert at something or I'm the authority in something.
Well, it's for that extra strength that you need. It's tapping into that passion. It's tapping into that thing, that pull. I call it the pull. And the pull is
Mm,
that thing that says, "Oh, I'm not meant to work in a 9 to 5 job in a office building with bad fluorescent lighting.
yeah.
I'm not meant to. I'm meant to be an explorer. I'm meant to communicate, to be with other, women, to be speaker, to share my stories. I just recently watched a documentary on Roberta Flack. And
Mm,
Roberta Flack grew up. I mean, this was during a time when, in America, it was not the best thing to be, young and black in
yeah.
America.
Yeah.
And she was someone who was such a gifted musician. I mean, she was genius level. She was a
Yeah.
prodigy. She was a
Yeah.
child prodigy, really. And at a very young age, I think she started like at 9 or something on the piano. But at that time, they were like, "Listen, you're a little black girl and growing up in the South, and you are not, we're not expecting you to know how to play, classical, brilliant piano." She ended up, just saying, "Screw you. I love it." It was
Mm,
in her. Her passion was music. She saw it as something, as freedom.
mm,
And so she got a full scholarship to go to college based on that, and became she won, I think, 2 Grammys. Very successful singer, songwriter, and
mm-hmm.
musician. But it was because you're a little black girl and you don't know your place. right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because anytime she was trying to perform or in competitions, it was always against white, you know,
Sure.
white kids,
Yep.
and they were expected to win. And she was expected to go sit, if she was lucky to even be in the interracial, hall.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I think it's very much how we're raised and conditioned, but there's something within a few of us that wants to buck the system and go, you know what? I don't care. I feel that pull and that passion, and I need to explore it.
Mm. I mean, I love the pull. That speaks to me so much. It's like, and even when you said like the 9 to 5, like I've been thinking about that lately. Like, oh my God, please, please, I don't want to have to go to a 9 to 5, right? And so like I'll do what it takes, and it motivates me to put more energy into my business. So we're feeling the pull. And then, let's say you honor that and you start studying and you start, developing your craft. But at some point, you got to put yourself out there if you really want to make a go of this, and you got to hang a shingle on the door. You got to
Yeah.
say, okay, like here I am, world.
Yes.
I'm this, right? I'm this expert authority. And then, all of our doubts creep in. And then all of the what will people think shows up. And then as we said, imposter syndrome shows up. How do we move into self-trust? Do we need to, or do we sort of act our way into that? Like what's the transition?
When I work with my clients who have major imposter syndrome like that, because that's what it is. It's basically we're afraid of what other people are going to think, what they're going to say. And it's the ego, it's the subconscious little ego trying to protect us, right?
Yeah.
Don't go out on a limb because you're going to get hurt. Don't do this because, whatever the reason is.
Hmm.
And when I work with, and I have to, when I work with clients, this is the very first thing we check. All right. You know how if you go to the doctor, they check your blood pressure? Well, like when you come see Dr. Blosdale here, I check your blood pressure, but I check your imposter syndrome pressure. Okay. Because if that's there, you're going to repel people quicker than raid. Like, I mean, nobody wants to jump aboard the Titanic. You have a stink of desperation, and people
Yeah.
are going to flee from you.
Yep.
So I can't, I have something, I need something to work with, right? So I need that person to be at least confident
Yep.
and maybe not know how to go about it. That's fine. But we work on the imposter syndrome by I sit down with them and I go through a bunch of different exercises, but the main one is I look at them and I say, listen, Susie, it's not about you anymore.
Hmm.
It's not about you. It's not about how you look. It's not about how much you weigh. It's not about the words that you say right now. It's not about you. It's about the people or the children or the clients that you claim to want to help, to serve. If you're a
Hmm.
fitness coach and you're worried because you're like, well, I'm 60 years old and I'm too old and I'm too this, stop it. If you don't show up, you're not helping those people,
Yeah.
right? And if you don't help those people, number one, they're not going to get fitter, they're not going to get healthier, they're not going to be around long for their grandchildren that you say that you want to help them with, but also they might go to somebody else who could do damage to them, who might give them bad advice,
Hmm.
who, it's your responsibility to show up for those people. And when we shift the focus and the attention off of us and how we look and how people are going to perceive us, and we focus on the people that we want to serve, my whole thing, and you can ask any of my clients, my mastermind, my women in my mastermind, they go, Christine is all about helping me and making the best out of my business. It's very rarely ever about me,
Right.
right?
Right.
If you go see a surgeon for you, to fix your heart, you don't want him focusing on himself, looking
Yeah.
in the mirror and going, "Gosh, do I look okay?" To you know, right?
Yeah.
No, you want him to focus on you,
Yeah, you're not kidding. I mean, what a great analogy, because immediately I get it, right? Like, yeah, I don't want the surgeon obsessed with like, am I tall enough to be a surgeon? Am I good looking enough?
right?
Like,
Right.
what are the nurses thinking? No, we want you to be all about me.
Because we're all energy. We're
Yeah.
all we're all these this you can't see it, you can feel it. When somebody walks in the room, you can feel their energy like boom right away,
Yep.
right? So what you want to do is you want to magnetize the right people to come to you. Here's two things that you need to think about. If you want to be successful, you need to be seen and you need to be heard.
Hmm.
Because if you're not seen and you're not heard, you're not hired.
Love that.
Right?
So
Nobody's going to
true.
come to your basement. Nobody's going to drive down, get on the freeway, drive down your street, go to your front door,
Yeah.
knock on it and go, I hear that there's somebody really great here that I need to buy from.
Yeah. Hello. Can I hire you?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So you
No.
have to be seen and you have to be heard. And what you're presenting in the outside world when you are speaking, when you're writing, it needs to match what you're saying you are.
Yeah.
As a society, as human species, our bullshit detectors
Hmm.
are on full alert.
Oh, yeah.
The veil has been lifted. We
Yes.
can we can spot a liar a million miles away. Somebody can say something, we go, you're lying. It doesn't matter. We see it. Hollywood is crumbling. The music industry is crumbling. In politics, they're all. It doesn't matter. Blue, red, whatever.
Yeah.
As soon as they start speaking, you're like, oh my God, icky, icky.
Yeah.
You are not telling the truth. And it's the same thing if you're a business coach or you're a consultant or if you want to be a public speaker, right? So being authentic, people will be able to go, oh, she's real, this person is real and this is an authentic person. So my trust meter can go up on that person
Right.
because I don't feel that they're lying to me.
It feels scarier to be authentic because that means, whoa, what am I going to say? I got to say what I really think. And what about if people think I'm crazy or they judge me?
That's imposter syndrome again, worried about what other people think,
That's right. I had to
right?
deal with that when I wrote my book, The Selfish Year, and I have the podcast, The Selfish Woman. And it's like that triggers a lot of people. People don't like this word.
I love
And
that title. I love that title.
it's great, right? Because it confronts our conditioning around what it actually means to prioritize ourselves. And that's the whole conversation. But in order to do that, number one, I had to live it myself. But number two, I had to be willing to say what I really think. And
Yeah.
imposter syndrome would have really wanted me to tone that down and not use that word. And, self-full or, something more like softer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's not me. And so number one, it wouldn't be authentic. Number two, I think, like you said, it's a lot more work because I have to now noodle my brain around something that's like acceptable.
Yes. And that's what we do when we compare ourselves to others. You need to work in a way that is your zone of genius. If you're looking at someone who's a painter, a lot of painters, a lot of artists, they have a certain way they work,
Hmm.
and they need to have all of those elements in place. Right? They
Yeah.
need to have their special lucky charm, whatever the thing is. They need
Yeah.
to have music playing. They need to have classical music. That's how they get into their zone of genius. And so,
Yeah.
whatever that zone of genius is for you, that's the right way to do it.
Yes. Thank you. It's
So you
finding
be your selfish little self.
That's right. Yeah, and and it's true, and it's finding what gets you into your zone of genius. Like for me, it's very much about ritual. I'm very, my morning ritual is like the thing. If I don't do that, I feel flat. I feel uninspired. But I meditate. I light a candle. I do all my woo-woo stuff, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I'm like getting ideas, and I'm feeling inspired, and then I make a video or a piece of content, and then it's just like, boom, it lands. But there are days where I'm like, let me just write about this thing. I don't know. Somebody else was writing about it, and it's like, oh God, I just sold out. And it's just like wah wah.
And
Um,
it's okay to do that though.
yeah,
It's okay to also be that and do that
yeah,
and just to look at it and go, you sell out.
I
Okay.
know. Well, I mean, we're human,
We're
right?
human. And you know what? Sometimes it's to appreciate all aspects, all different
Yeah,
sides of us. And don't beat yourself up ever. Don't ever
right.
beat yourself up. There's no need to do that.
And comparison is just, I think, something our brains are always doing. And I fall into that trap, I think, just like everybody else. But it's more, I think, about understanding that is what it is, that's not going to help me, and to be a little more disciplined, I think, in silencing some of those other voices. Like, there's a mute button on Instagram where you don't have to unfollow someone, but you just don't see their content.
Right.
And
Right.
I use that a lot because it's, hey, I want to support you, but right now you're triggering the shit out of me because I'm watching everything you're doing and it looks amazing. And now I feel like crap. So let me just mute you for the next month while I'm building out my course or something.
That's funny. You're funny.
So yeah, I love that. And I think that anyone can take that, what's the pull and how do you trust yourself and how do you move into your zone of genius and have your energy match your actions. I think in any part
Yeah.
of life, that is something that we all need to really prioritize. And not only that, but it's going to bring you way more success, isn't it?
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's just so much easier and
Yeah.
it's fun. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
life is serious enough already. There's so much stress out in the
I
world as
know.
well.
I know.
It's like find your groove, find your fun zone. And things are much easier that way. You'll create more, it'll be so much easier just to
Why
stay in that
wouldn't we
zone.
want that? Why make it hard on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Easy and fun. That's what I want.
Yeah, and that's a lot of my trademark when I tell people. I say, listen, if you want to work with me, be prepared to have, it's going to be simple, easy, and fun. Whatever I show you how to do, it's going to be simple. It's going to be easy and it's going to be fun.
I love
And
it.
if you don't like that, then go somewhere else,
Yeah.
please, because that's how I want to look forward to, and I do. I look forward to Mondays.
Yeah. Oh,
You know, it's not
yeah.
a thing of, oh God, I got to work today, or oh, I've got to see this person today. I'm excited.
That in itself is inspiring. And you are in, rare air for somebody who wakes up excited and inspired. And so I think that's just like a beautiful testament to you practicing what you preach and living the example because that's inspiring to me and I want more of that in my life. So I love your energy
Thank you,
and
Valerie. I like yours too.
yeah, thank you for hanging out with us today because this was great and challenging and inspiring and all the things.
Before we go, yeah,
Yeah.
this is the other thing. The scarcity mindset, that's dead. It's dead now. Don't
Hallelujah.
even, okay? There's enough to go around for everyone. There's enough, there's enough cheese for all the mice. So, what's going to be very powerful this year moving on is co-ventures, collaborations,
Yes.
working with other experts in their own realm, and then giving the world something even better than just by yourself.
I'm with you on that. I think I love the phrase when you take your cup to the ocean and fill it with water, it does not dilute the ocean. Like there's
Right.
enough for everybody, right? And so yeah, and I'm all about that. And one of my goals this year actually is to really build more relationships and do more collaborative things because number one, more fun, but also number two, I'm tired of just doing it all by myself. Been doing that for 10 years. I don't want to do it anymore.
And you're giving your audience, your clients, the world, you're giving them something even better.
That's right.
It's like Superman is great all by himself, but when he joins the Marvel Super Friends, right? You got all these different characters and they have their own strength. And so
Yes.
then they can truly defeat the evil thing,
Right.
uh, or crazy monster,
Right.
whatever, when they join forces. And
Right.
so I think that's going to be very powerful moving forward. We do need to support each other, but I think together we can have a really great impact on the
That's
world.
a point. That's a good point. What is it? The X-Men, they have their whole like
Yeah.
entourage thing, right?
Yeah. They all have their special powers.
Yes. Each one has their own special power. Together they can fight the evil forces.
Yes.
Maybe we should create like X-Women or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we are going to talk
We
and
need a meeting
continue
about the
this.
uniform, about the outfits, though.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Because
We need to
yeah,
all, yeah.
we got to have really good outfits, uniforms,
Yes.
and
We
like
need
a
it. Yeah.
secret code and things like that.
Yeah, we need a
Yeah.
designer.
Yeah.
As long as mine is all black, I'm fine.
Okay, you're all black. I'm good with black. I could do black.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
women in black. See, we've got
There we
some
go.
we've got branding happening already
We're here to save the world.
from
Oh, love it.
mediocrity.
Exactly.
Oh my God. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Christine. This was amazing
Thank
and so
you.
much fun. And everybody go check out Christine. All the links are in the show notes. And we will see you all next time. Bye.
Thank you, Valerie. Bye.
Bye.